Hello, everyone. I'm Eric Orson, and I'm here today with a really great friend of mine, #1 New York Times best-selling author Ron Hall, who's got an incredible true story that really turned into a best-selling book, which of course turned into an incredibly successful movie, which has really transformed into a more of a movement that we're going to tell you a lot more about and learn some updates on the exciting things that's going on in his life. He's here with YouTube sensation kNOw, and we're going to give a lot more information about the exciting things going on in his life as well. Recently, I was just talking with my friend Ron and kNOw, and they were talking about a really kNOw moving all the way to Texas. So there's some updates going on. You must really want to be here. There's some incredible stuff going on, and so we're going to learn more about that. You guys tell us more about what's happening.
Technically, whether I wanted to be here or not, I was put in a position where I had to be here. I had no place to go. But I'm gonna let Mr. Ron tell y'all all about that.
Well, I'm struggling with my voice today because kNOw moved in with us a couple of weeks ago, and he hadn't stopped talking since. And I got to respond to everything that he says. So I'm not used to talking that much because I'm basically a writer. I spend a lot of day in silence. But now I'm with a rap star and YouTube star who talks all day long.
And he's also working on his TED Talk. He's getting geared up for his TED Talk coming up here, so you know.
No, I met kNOw on the streets of Florence, South Carolina a year ago. And we just had an instant bonding with kNOw. I'm talking about Beth and I both had an instant bonding. In fact, she was the first actually to start talking to them.
Well, and just since they don't know about what you're trying to tell them, when he first came to Florence, he was invited to a dinner with big wigs in town. You know, the mayor, the chief of police, chief of firemen. You know, the city county councilman, them people. And I was told when I was invited there, you just sit here, don't say much. You're going to be there, but don't say nothing, don't record nothing.
Well, actually, kNOw was probably the first homeless man in Florence, South Carolina that was given a certificate of appreciation from the mayor for his humanitarian work with the homeless there. Wow. So a homeless man helping the homeless is unusual. And so anyway, the mayor honored him, and he was invited to a luncheon with us, with all of the city officials.
And I was told to don't say much, don't record anything. And what happened was Miss Beth talked to me more than anybody at the table. Wow. She was intrigued to know what was going on with this guy down here. And so she was kind of getting me in trouble. But that's how we connected. And after that meeting, I just asked him simply, would he be my mentor? I don't want anything from you. I just would like to exchange numbers with you. And could you just advise me? Yeah. And he said, sure.
And I said, well, hey, I live in Dallas, Texas. How in the world can I really mentor you? He said, you got a phone, don't you? And I said, yeah, I do. So we've been staying in touch, and we became friends over that. Then we brought him actually to Chicago this summer, where we were filming a movie called America's Hidden War about all these teenagers that are killing each other.
Ceasefire, put down the guns is what we were out there on the streets of Chicago, to some of the dangerous streets of Chicago, Old Block, some of the dangerous apartments, projects out there. We was roaming around and just speaking the word of God to people, and I was out singing and entertaining them and stuff like that.
Yeah. They were telling me to get off the streets and get out of there, and they would say, come on, kNOw, you talk to us. So, I was kind of hiding in the background because they didn't want me down there, but they wanted kNOw. So, but anyway, we had a great time. We made a great film, and hopefully it'll be out here in the next year. But, when he got, we talk all the time, but he told me that his time was up at the shelter, but he was going to stay through that, because I was trying to talk to him for about a year to come to Texas to get to a bigger city where there's a larger market where he can use his talent and his enthusiasm and his personality. And, in Florence, South Carolina, it's a small town, and mostly in that town, he was just a homeless guy. And even though he became quite a personality after the mayor honored him and all of these things. But, the management changed in the homeless shelter, and then all of a sudden they put him out on the streets because he had been there past what the rules say you can stay as a homeless man. And
but they had
plenty of beds to stay. So right before Christmas, they put him out. And he calls me and he says, I'm sleeping in the car, Mr. Ron, but I'm going to be okay. Don't worry about me. And I said, well, come on, just get in your car and come on down to Texas. And he said, well, I need to stay through Christmas for my kids. And he said, I'm going to tell you the truth. somebody, one of my cashiers, one of the people, one of his fans and people that really love him, gave him an old car, 2001 Chevy Geo, and he said it won't make it across Florence, much less getting to Texas. So, you know, our Same Kind of Different as Me Foundation, we try to meet emergency needs for the homeless. And to me, this was an emergency need. A homeless friend of mine is sleeping in his car, in a car that wouldn't run. Yeah. So we sent him $1,000 from our Same Kind of Different as Me Foundation to get the car repaired and get some gas money to get to Texas. So he showed up a couple of weeks ago, early one morning after driving 16 hours.
Oh, wow.
And I knocked on the front door. And it was the homie No Cash. And I didn't even expect it that day.
And I didn't actually mean to drive the whole 16 hours. But here's what happened to me. Although we repaired the car and got it in mint condition for me to drive it here, when I reached Louisiana, the service engine light came on. And I've never been on the road that far by myself. So I got kind of discouraged. And I said, I'm not going to turn this bad boy off. And every time I pull up to a gas station, I just put the gas in with the car running, and that forced me to have to drive the whole 16 hours without stopping.
Wow.
But anyway, he's been a real blessing to me and Beth. We're enjoying his company. We're going to ultimately try to find him an apartment and establish permanent residence here because he has a lot to offer our community. You know, he's a godly man. He's not into anything that is bad. He is totally about his talent, about having a positive message for the youth of America, for people, and he brings forth through his music and his talent a really, really positive message that I think the world needs to hear, and we're going to try to help him do that. But
that's right, not try. I told him to take try out of his vocabulary. We're going to replace that with strive, because when you try, you leave room for failure, but when you strive, you don't stop till you get it done.
That's right. That's right.
See what I'm saying?
Well, fantastic.
So we're going to do that.
Well, we're excited. It's very inspirational what you have going on, and you persevere, and we know there's going to be great success in your life. So tell us, now that you're in the big state of Texas, what is next for No Cash?
Well, here's the thing, that Mr. Ron and his wife and their
we put together a team of our friends.
That's right.
Locally, that we all believe in this man. Yeah. I believe in this man from the day that I met him.
Absolutely.
There was just something very special about this young man that that caused me to want to be a part of his life, to be a part of a great success story. Yeah. And I believe that we will see a great success story here from his life. It's just going to happen, and we all want to be a part of that. He's got 187,000 followers on YouTube that also want to be a part of his success.
I have my silver button here. This is an accomplishment you get when you get over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and not many people kind of reach this level right here. So I just and especially homeless people. Wow. So I know that my YouTubers out there understand what this is, and I just wanted to show y'all what 100,000 subscribers will get you as a YouTuber. Wow.
Well, and you know, he has all of these fans that are rooting for him. They tune in to him every day as he's doing something, and you know, but what he needs is to upgrade to professional things. He needs a studio to go in and record.
Get better content.
He needs producers and engineers and all of these kinds of things to record his original music.
That's right.
And as well as to his videographers, all of these things that will take No Cash to a full experience, that it will become a national star, YouTube star with millions
international
and millions and international
star. Yeah.
And so anyway, we have actually started a GoFundMe campaign. I mean, our foundation is limited about what we can do for individuals. We work with homeless missions, and we have maxed out at what we can do through our foundation for that. But you know, I know that his what he calls his cashiers, because the No Cash cashiers, because you know, one gave him a car, a bunch of them gave him his shoes, but a lot of shoes, but that's a whole nother story. I'm gonna let him tell that.
Yeah, we're gonna tell y'all that in a few. But the car he told y'all was driving, I did want to give these people a special shout out. The King family, they gave me the car for free of charge. Yeah. I mean, they told me to give them $1, because that if they give it to me, I would have to pay taxes or something on it. So I paid for it $1, and that was a blessing. And I just want to say thank you to the Kings, and He helped me fix it up and get on out here to Texas with it. So it got me here to Texas, and I say thank y'all very, very much.
Well, I think with all of these subscribers to his No Cash, if everybody just sent in $1, it would change the whole
Even
world.
50
for No Cash.
cents.
To be a part of this great success story that is just on the verge of happening, that everybody can say, I had a part in that success story of my friend No Cash. And it might only be $1. You don't have to tell them it's $1, $5, or whatever else, but you can be a part of a great success story. And we plan on having a really great concert, maybe in some different parts of the world once we get the album out. And invite all of his cashiers. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited about this. This is why I'm losing my voice, because we don't quit talking about all the great possibilities that are going to happen and life-changing things, not only for him, but for the people that become involved with No Cash. It's a movement. It's a ministry of changing lives. And I'm so excited. And I want to invite all of you people that watch to be a part of this through the GoFundMe campaign. And it is called No Cash Blessing. So we're blessing No Cash with this GoFundMe campaign. Just KNOW Blessing, No Cash Blessing. And please join us and be on this team to really change lives and change America the way people
And I'm
see
quite
the
sure
homeless.
that my subscribers are going to get involved, because we talk all the time, man, and they are really rooting for me. They want to see me do well, and I just never had no one to take up time with me the way that you're doing this. And that's why it was my suggestion for us to get in here and not just me go live like I normally do and tell my audience about them. I want them to see, where the levels you go to assist me. And this is great, man. I want to say thank you very, very, very much for welcoming me into your home.
Well, this is going to be my next movie.
I know that's right. Look, I always tell my audience that I'm nothing without them. And I truly believe that, because most artists, they have a team of people, they have budgets, they have, people assisting their movement to go. I did all of this stuff as far as my merch, me starting my business as a LLC on my own as a homeless man. Wow. So I want my audience to see that y'all are not just helping me as a homeless man get into a home. I mean, y'all helping me try to come to y'all with what I embody.
Well,
my
you're no
music.
longer homeless because you're living with me.
That's right.
But, I don't think that's going to be a lifetime thing.
It ain't, but I'm gonna tell you something now. Let me take this moment to school you a little bit. Me staying with you,
Yes.
I'm still homeless.
Oh.
I'm just sheltered. You're
You're
sheltering
sheltered.
me.
Oh, I'm
all
sheltered.
right. I'm not unsheltered. But we won't let them get it misconstrued. You're somebody who's helping me elevate to go where I'm trying to go, right? But just because I'm living with you, I'm not on my feet, and you need some assistance at trying to help me. So we want them to understand that they're not sending me no money to eat or to live. You
You
that.
eating pretty good right now.
Yeah, we going out to nice restaurants and things. We're doing good on that part. I got a good roof over my head, but I need for you guys to understand that it takes a lot more to help an artist get where they're going, let alone a homeless artist. So I just like to say, I take my hat off to you, man, because I got people that know and love me and family members that just don't have it to do that and not stepping up and doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I know that when you're, are you going to tell him, we were bringing out all these shirts the other night. We were talking about his business. And the next thing you know, the next morning you go out to his car. What happened?
Listen, man, somebody broke into my car.
Listen to this. If the devil ain't messing with you, he's already got you. So
I ain't
look
lying.
at this.
He was messing with me very, very bad. But we got the good thing we got these shirts out the night before.
Well, we
'cause
got
we
a lot of them, but some of them.
Okay, we got
didn't
the
get 'em all.
majority of them out to do inventory, and out of my bag, I had like maybe about 15 more shirts in that bag. They took the bag, they took all of my name brand shoes out of the trunk, because I never took the stuff out of the car to bring it into Ron's and them house, because we was going to do something else with where I was going to be living.
And my
But
wife had just bought him a beautiful new suit.
new suit got
dress
took
shoes,
in. I mean, listen, over
everything. Oh, he was
$2,000 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
But let me tell y'all something. That's just material stuff. It could be replaced. And I told Mr. Ron that, when life gives you lemons, you got to make lemonade. And that's sort of what my whole movement is about. As a homeless man, I could have, resort to doing anything with my life to get on my feet, but I chose to make a better situation. So we're going to take that situation and
we're gonna
drive off
bless
of it.
Well, you know what? But this is what was amazing. I thought he would be so upset that he would want to go after somebody. He said, but we need to bless. He said, those were young men that that really needed or wanted those shoes. And he said, we need to bless them. He said, those boys got a lot of hell in them. We need to just find them and bless the hell out of them. So he's going to try to reach out and actually get these guys
I'm
to
gonna
come
do a
back,
heartfelt
keep
to
the
them.
shoes, but let him mentor them and avoid the mistakes that he made by going to prison.
I don't
And,
want to call the police on them. I don't want to get them in any trouble. I come from getting in trouble. I come from jail. That's why I'm homeless. I came from doing a 5-year bid in prison and didn't have no support when I came home. So my heart goes out to ex-cons, underprivileged youth, and people of that nature. So if you hear this and you're out there and you're the person or you're the persons that went in my car, I don't wish any bad on you. You be blessed. When you weigh those shoes, understand that my good cashiers gave me those for following a good, positive movement, inspiring y'all to be better. Do something to be better. So I hold no grudges against you. I'm going to do a personal video, especially to you, to let you know, man, change your ways because they got a place for you. 3 hots and a cot. You headed to jail doing that type of stuff, and I don't want to see you there.
So anyway, I see you wear your shirts every day, but you know, I'm a little bit, I guess, hurt my feelings maybe that I've been knowing you all this time and you haven't given me a T-shirt. So I guess I'm gonna have to buy one.
Oh man.
So man, how come you ain't get so?
I'm so sorry, man. I mean,
I know you sell them $30 or 2 for $50. I have a $50 bill. Can I get 2 of them? I'm gonna get one for me and one for Eric. Okay.
I like it.
okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate
Yeah,
you, brother.
yeah.
And I'm gonna take the soap because you gave it to me. You know? I'm gonna take the soap because I need it, and I got a shirt here for you. Let me see what size you need. You think you need?
I probably need a large. He probably needs a medium.
Okay. The only
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
I want you to do is make sure you put it on today, right now. On camera. That's right. Put it on right now.
But it mess up my hair.
Oh man, come on, man. I need that shirt on your back.
Now
That's
tell
right.
us something though, no, and I couldn't help but notice that there's a strong resemblance to this art here on this shirt.
Okay,
and-
yeah, that's
and
me.
yourself.
That's
So
me.
explain
All right,
this
let
to
me
us.
explain a little bit of the art on this shirt. If you hold it up a little bit, there's a slogan at the bottom that says "Be Better."
Be better.
Be Better is my first single that I recorded in the studio, explaining to people what I went through to lead me to homelessness. But instead of letting that make me bitter, I decided to let it make me better. And I made some songs and I made some merchandise to prove that. Now, if you heard that shirt up, I'll explain to you some of what the artwork is on there.
All right.
There's an angel on my right-hand side, and it has a bottle of spirits in its hand. And there's a devil on my left-hand side, and it's reading the Bible. What that means is no matter how good you are, there's still some bad in you. And no matter how bad you are, there's still some good in you.
Wow.
But I have a slogan that I like to say. No matter how, there's enough good in the worst of us and enough bad in the best of us that should keep us from talking down and passing judgment on the rest of us.
That's good.
So no matter what's going on in your life, you got no time to be worrying about other people's lives. Just focus on doing something to be better.
That's good, man.
All right.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Martin. You look nice in your shirt, man.
Going with it.
Come on, man.
I think this may be the youth medium or large because
Is that a medium that you got, or is that
well
the large?
I don't know
That's
because
the medium you put on. That's your large right there.
Oh, okay, all right.
I thought you said give him a medium. Now look at her. That fits him very well.
Well, I need to.
You need to upgrade.
No, my wife's been giving me some pills and making me drink some coffee to lose weight.
So you're gonna lose
I'm gonna
something to
fit.
fit that.
I'm gonna
Okay.
fit in this.
I got you. I got you. That's a good goal.
Anyway, so I look like an official cashier now.
That's
All
right.
I'm
And any
a
of my cashiers out there that would like any of this merch, that's actually the second design of shirts that I created for myself. But we have the first design here, which is a dollar and a dream. That's all I had when I started, was my dreams. And I decided to come up with this line because, like he said, my audience can get involved and assist me, not by just giving you money, by buying a shirt.
Yeah.
Helps create a budget for me to do some of these things that this man is having to come out of pocket to do. And y'all know me, I ain't about asking people for nothing. I had a
No, you
YouTube
ain't.
channel for over 4 years, and I've never really asked y'all for anything. Now, granted, I do have some cashiers that reach out to me through email, Cash App, PayPal, and they even send me money to Walmart. And I appreciate y'all for it. But this is something that the Same Kind of Different as Me Foundation has put together to help me on a large scale. So what better to do for me is to help them push this GoFundMe to the people that are on my platform who could potentially help this thing get to going.
I think it's always more important as we encourage homeless people all across America through our foundation. to give them more than a handout, give them a leg up. My friend Denver used to tell me, he said, you helping, he said, you ain't really helping the homeless by giving them money. He said, he said, you're blessing them. If you want to help them, you got to crawl down in the hole with them. And when they're strong enough to crawl out on your back, then you helped them. So I'm down in a hole with no cash here, with a car broken into and homeless. But I'm in the hole.
My car got towed the day before.
Let's
mention that. The car got towed the day before because I think my car wasn't nice enough for the neighborhood I'm in. You feel me? They got Mercedes and Range Rovers and all this going on, and now they looking at a Chevrolet. 2001 that's wrapped up with no cash and links and stuff on. Them people wanted that thing about their neighborhood.
You know exactly that was the case. They thought, we done got what's happened to the neighborhood.
Come on, man. So anyway, they apologized about the towing the car, and they actually paid for us to get it back, but it wasn't very nice about it. And so I just wanted y'all to know that it's not easy for this man to assist me and help me do what he's decided.
It's a pleasure, though. It's a blessing. It's a pleasure.
Man,
there's nothing I would rather be doing with my life right now than making a difference in your life. Man, and because once you hit rock bottom, like you've done, that's a great foundation.
Solid foundation.
Solid foundation.
Listen, man, I appreciate you, man. You always, how much I owe you, man? I owe you something for this or something. I mean, you be that nice because you want me to pay you.
Maybe you could pay me for that Egg McMuffin this morning.
I know that. Listen, let me give you some love, man. We don't do this much on camera, but I want to say, man, I appreciate you, brother. And
I love you too.
So, today is going to be the first day of the rest of our lives together.
That's right. It's about time to wrap up, Peter.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, hey, what you gonna do? So you gonna do something special for us to wrap
Well,
up?
I tell you what, I'll do something. I'm gonna sing a little song, man, because this is very near and dear to my heart. What's going on here, and I do believe that when we put forth the effort to make this thing get where it needs to go, a change is gonna come. That's right. So, here it is. I was born by a river in a little tent. And oh, just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
Oh, yeah. A change is on the way, and you get to be a great part of it.
All right.
And that is what's exciting, to be a member of the team, No Cash, and a No Cash blessing at the GoFundMe. Together, we're going to go down a path where we're going to have a great success story we're all a part of, and that's exciting.
Before we get out of here, show them on where they can go to the website and get this merch. We're also going to put the GoFundMe link. If you guys feel free to want to contribute to the movement and donate or give a blessing, we're going to have the GoFundMe link on www.iknowcash.com, and as well as on the same kind of different as me, .org foundation. So you could easily find this. So we're going to make sure we put the links to these things down in the description in this video, as well as other previous videos that I'm going to introduce my mentor, Mr. Ron Hall, the #1 New York Times best-selling author. Okay? Y'all can't forget that now. All right.
All right.
Once again, I am the homie No Cash, and I'm signing off with a big 10-4.
Peace and love.
Over and out.
Oh, yeah.
Peace and love.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us.